somewhere, and STABBED, a security guard.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
In Milton Keynes, I know, I've just heard it. What the hell?
Bloody hell, that's crazy.
I feel so sick. That is, oh my god, it's so sad. Imagine going to work and not coming. Oh, I feel sick. He's gone to work and not come home. Oh my god. Yeah, guys, it's happened. My friend come out of the cinema and saw his BO. Yeah, it doesn't matter, but yeah, it's happened in Milton Keynes.
Oh, so sorry.
No, don't be sorry to me.
Promoting their TikTok shop.
Nobody.
Yeah.
No, just having your life.
They're winding you up, Angie.
I know. I love MK as well. I just think it's so sad, man. Sorry, I'm just so sad. That poor man, bless his heart.
Oh.
Yeah, guys,
rest in peace.
MK,
Bless you.
what's happened? Yeah, he's passed. He's passed away. 14-year-old as well. Guys, come on.
That's
what is happening to the world? I can't believe it, Anne. Sorry, I had to come up here because I know that you. Sorry, but oh my God, people saying okay, someone's lost his life doing his job. Guys, come on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know, it's crazy.
Well, how did he get locked up for forever?
100%, 14-year-old as well. When I was 14-year-old, bloody hell, I had blue eyeshadow on. And
what, the 14-year-old's done it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 14-year-old's done it.
Oh my God.
Sorry, guy. Why am I telling you? Because I'm sorry, but like, what the hell? I think it needs to be like evaluated that 14-year-old people are going around doing this.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. This is a norm. This is a regular thing. So that's
it's becoming it. It's definitely becoming it.
I know, it's really sad. Sorry, it probably wasn't the place to say it, but you know.
No, it's the regular thing, to be honest, here in London.
Oh no, it's awful. Sorry, I'll drop down now anyway. But yeah.
Bye, love.
Bye. Sorry.
Who else wants the box? Anybody else want the box? It is sad what's going on with the world. Anyone else? So what have you been discussing?
We've been discussing Hitler.
Hitler?
Yeah, we discussed Hitler because Ash is doing a course on forensic crime and she's in her last year. What else we've been discussing? You saying it was my fault you were on the phone a long time.
She hasn't been promoting a shop at all.
I've been discussing about boundaries.
Yeah, we're talking about a little therapy session on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan's okay.
Okay.
Good.
People have been arguing in the comments. Nick has been fighting for her life. Nick's been arguing with everyone. It's been wild.
Someone wants box, Kirsty. One sec, Kirsty. I'll put you in. There you go. If I put there's got two Kirsties. I'll have to put them both in. Because I don't know which one Kirsty wants.
I mentioned airy balls, did I? I didn't.
Hello, Kirsty.
I don't remember that.
I don't know which one wanted the box. I've got two.
Hi, and Sunshine was promoting her TikTok shop. She said anyone come in the box and promote theirs, so I'm going to promote mine.
I didn't.
Check out my showcase, guys.
No.
I swear down I didn't swear down. I'm 60 years old. I sounded like 10. Anyway, I'm going to go, Angie, now we've made up.
All right, get lost. You've been in there long enough.
Love you. Bye.
Angie, tell her that you love her.
No, she's not like that. I don't want to force it. She's got to mean it.
There's full of Sunshine.
Just mean it.
What did you just say?
Oh God! Who else wants the box, guys?
Nick wants the box. Nick said.
Nick's not in the box.
Nick wants to fight me to be your best friend.
Nick's not in the box. Anyone else want the box? No, that's all right. The Brett's okay, don't we? It is quite sad. It is terrible what's been going on. I'm just sitting here having my vodka. Because I can. No one can tell me otherwise. And it is now near 9 o'clock.
Do what you want, and oh, bye, Sally. You going? See you later, Sal. Nice to see you.
Anybody else in the box, guys? Anybody else want the box? Join the box. What's happened with Dan? He's fine. I'm not gonna say anything, no.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's anyone's business, and everything needs to stay off the app.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Hello.
Oh, Scouse Harry.
You alright, Ange?
Hello.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Just thought to pop up and say hello. You know what I mean? After
When
the
you say you're
quarter.
Scouse, what does that mean? You're from Liverpool?
That means I'm from Liverpool, Ange.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. That's what we like to hear. You still going knocking about with that Dan?
Dan? Yeah, I just spoke.
He's not someone you want to be knocking about with him, Ange.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about the wrong ones on the set, to be fair.
What, like Pearl?
Yeah, yeah. Who's monetized a lot from Dan, and and all that kind of shit that's happening. When she supported him for 6 months.
She did. But everyone's gonna blame you if you keep.
The thing is, I don't have secrets. If I'm going to be on the phone, I'll tell you if I'm on the phone. I'm not Pearl. I'm not Donna. I'm not. I'm not any of that. I'll tell you if I'm speaking to someone. And that's the problem why people don't like me. They monetize off their fakeness. They're fake. They do things behind the scene that they won't tell you about. I'll do it straight here in front of you.
Yeah, well, that's the best way to be, isn't it? Because in the end, you get found out, don't you? So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've got no secrets or anything. You know what I mean?
That's it. What are you doing? Are you just having a little drink, a little chill night?
Yeah, I did ask him a few things, to be fair. Yeah, I did. Because it's the first time I'd spoken to him. Because Sunshine wanted to see if it was okay, so I phoned him. I asked him a few things. It's not his business and things. You know what I mean? And that was it, really.
That's it, though. I only ever watch you and Corey, to be honest, on here. Well, on that side of it. Anyway.
Me and Corey, yeah. Corey's at a party now, isn't he?
I don't have a clue, to be honest.
Hey, Lynn's getting the box.
Pearl's hairy top lip is telling me to tell you that Iran's supreme leader is being unalived.
Who?
Iran's supreme leader.
What's a supreme leader? What's that?
I don't have a jar of glue, but Iran's leader has been unalived, apparently. I'm being told to tell you.
Who?
You're just going to keep it.
I'm lost. I'm really confused. A leader of who?
Iran.
Oh, Iran. Sorry, it must be your accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently several people have been, kind of, what do you call it? Leaders or whatever you may call it, have been unalived.
Yeah, I don't really follow nothing like that, to be honest, Ange.
Like they're like the Prime Minister. Oh
no, he's not very good, is he, our Prime Minister?
Is it? Has he been unalived? Someone said it's a lie. Yeah, I don't want to run with misinformation.
Yeah, let's not run with that. That's my bad. That's my bad for reading the comments. That I'm not used to all this 1.8k people, Ange.
Yeah, it could be a lie.
We don't know. Well, yeah, what's your plans for tonight then?
Nothing. I'm just having a drink.
Just having a drink and chilling.
Someone said it's true. It's on the news. What does that mean then? That a leader's been unalived? What would that mean? They're going back bad then, or is that a good thing or bad thing? I mean, I don't think anyone that's unalived is a good thing, but
as long as we stay out of it, I mean, it's probably
we're involved in it.
We're always going to be involved.
He's an Iran leader. Oh right, he's a leader. I don't know who that is. Is it good? Some people are saying good.
Oh, it depends what side you're on. It depends whether or not that you believe Israel are good or Israel are trying to take over.
I don't like seeing anyone unalived. I don't care who they are, unless they're one of those kind of things.
I think it's best by the sounds of it, we don't know enough on it to have an opinion.
Oh yeah, that's true. We don't know. I don't know if it's good or not, guys.
That's it, Ange.
I'm not sure. Is that a good thing or bad thing? I wouldn't have a clue.
People are saying it's going to cause chaos.
Is it? Why? Oh, Dubai. Oh,
Apparently, it means war.
They will want revenge.
What would you do if we go into war, Ange?
Well, it is what it is, isn't it? I think if we went to, I don't know. I think I think the biggest issue is if we were targeted, you know, and they threw something over to us. I think it would be a goner.
I agree.
But however, if we went to war, we won the war before, haven't we? Or win the war again.
You tell them, Ange.
You got to be positive. You know what? You know what, Scales? Yeah. What you tell me, right? We can say what's right and wrong, yeah. But however, you've got to support your country no matter what. It's the country your family live in.
That's it. You got to back it, haven't you? That's it.
You know, even though you might not agree with it, I think eventually you got to say, listen, let's go England, because at the end of the day, this is your family that live in this country. Whether you think it's right or wrong. Do you know what I mean? You do anything for your family. So let's not start backing other countries, man.
Hey, look, I'd always back my country.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Exactly. You got to. Because I don't know if you have kids or... But,
No.
Yeah, well, you get your parents, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Dubai's been hit. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Do you think it will go to World War III?
I hope not, but I think the way everything's going, I feel like that's what we're looking at, isn't it? We're looking at World War III.
But how many times have they said it? But then saying that, things are getting worse.
That's what I mean. It's more. Do you know what? It's not what I'm hearing. It's more what I'm seeing. These like, it's what we're seeing now, isn't it? So actions speak louder than words.
I don't think we'll go to World War III. I think it will eventually die out.
I mean, would it be a war? Would it be a war though? Because they have all these nuclear weapons now, so it's like it's more whatever.
What do you think about them going in Iran? You know, because that's how it started, right?
Do you know what it is with me? I think what reason if they went there for? Yeah, if there's a good enough reason, then yeah, go. But if Iran's done nothing, then leave them to be, isn't it? Just...
Well, this is what I've heard, that they have been saying death to US. The leaders were saying death to US.
Well, then
he's been making threats, apparently.
See, well, then they're sort of doing it to themselves at that point, then, aren't they? You know what I mean?
But then apparently America said the same thing, so...
It's all to do with Israel. Israel are controlling everything. So the US joining Israel is just because Israel controls so much and so much money, and they're wanting to get rid of Iran because Iran was back in Palestine, and it just goes round and round in circles.
That's what I mean. I don't know. I don't really know enough, you know,
I think at the end of the day, right, I sit there and say, listen, because I always thought Iran has been quite a peaceful country, to be fair. You know, they keep to themselves. That's what I've always thought. But however, if we went to World War III, I'll have no choice whether I think it's right or wrong what America or England have done. I'll have to support the country I live in. Oh, and that's what it boils down to. If you don't support this country, if we're going to World War III, then you need to leave. There's an exit door. You need to leave and go over there.
And fight for your own country type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
You cannot support this country if we was to go to war, then, because because at the end of the day, it's your family that's here, you know what I mean? If you can't do that, then you shouldn't be living here.
That's it.
Because no other country supports us. Come on, let's get real. What other country comes and supports us?
Do you know my question is?
England. No, they don't.
Do you know if we was to like, let's just say the shoe was on the other foot and we had to leave here, yeah? Would them countries accept us to live in their countries? They wouldn't want us. They wouldn't want us there. So it's like we accept I know I'm saying this with 1,800 people watching me now, but like we're accepting people who wouldn't accept us, and I understand they're in a bad position. But what if we were in that bad position? They wouldn't want us.
Someone is putting the message in the comments that you're going to be in the front line. How are you supporting this country? You're going to be in the front line. I will support our soldiers, whether I think it's right or wrong, because I would feel I have no choice. Although, however, I do support. I have no issue with Iran because I've always thought of it being a peaceful country. So I don't know the ins and outs there. Do you know what I mean? But however, this is where I live. This is where my family live. So I will have no choice, rightly or wrongly. I will support this country. Yes.
I like that
And
from
I
the end.
support the soldiers, even if I think it's wrong them going to war, which I do, I would still support the soldiers in this country. Just like Iran will support their country, do you know what I mean? No one's going to support us. No one's supporting you guys. Wake up. What countries are supporting you? You want to support every other country but this country. But who is supporting you? No one.
Exactly.
And I can guarantee you they won't be sitting there thinking of you. You know what I mean?
That's it.
And that's the way I see it anyway. I don't think any country, if we were in a, do you think they'll let us in? Probably not.
Oh, no, they definitely wouldn't.
Government said, yeah, I don't know. Listen, like I said, America could be the biggest corrupted country. So could the UK. But however, this is where I live. And I'll have to support the corruption, unfortunately, because this is my family live.
That's it. It's just being loyal to your own, isn't it?
Yeah, just like every other country, I think. But however, I don't like any kind of war. And with Iran, I've always thought I feel, because I've always thought they were peaceful people. I don't get it.
That's why I said I don't know enough to have a proper opinion on it, because I don't know how any of it started. I heard this morning when I woke up that US and they were just all having trouble this morning, weren't they?
There's some people saying they are peaceful. Some people are saying they're not. See, I don't know the whole, in regards to all of this. So I don't know. You don't think they are peaceful?
I don't know enough about them to say they're peaceful or they're not. They don't seem very peaceful at the moment. If we're being honest, they don't seem very peaceful right now.
I just think that's because they're defending
Linz.
themselves.
Linz, I have to say this. Linz, can I ask you a question? I've got to ask you this, right? Because you always seem to be against this country, and I don't understand why. You always seem against the country that you live in. This is where your baby's going to be born. This is where your family live. It's about time you have a bit of loyalty. No offense.
Angie, what happens to all the illegal immigrants that are over here? Who are they going to fight against? Will they fight for us?
No, they're not going to fight for us, though. Not if we're fighting with their country. Definitely not.
I don't know with you, Linz. You seem to always be against it here. I don't get it. You do live in the UK. You remember that. However, you got to have some form of loyalty to where you live when it comes to war.
Think about the UK.
Yeah. I'm starting to think 90% of people that live here will fight against us. I hope they do exit and leave, because I don't think they deserve to live here.
Well, the missiles that hit Iran actually hit a girls' elementary school. How can you you can't defend that hitting a primary school?
Look, you can't. 1,000,000% it's civilians, isn't it? You can't.
Yeah.
Well, you can't defend any of that. You can't defend someone coming to this country and doing that. With a BO in Manchester, and how are you defending that?
Exactly.
Kids have been unalived too, as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
This is a bit of I'm not too clued up, but do you know like when they aim them missiles, do they know exactly where that's gonna land?
Yeah, with the intelligence and with the how it is at the minute, they know exactly where it's going. They can't.
So they were see, that's what I mean. I don't know enough, but so they are aiming for like the school.
They do it so they get a better reaction from them. If they were just to hit nowhere, it's not gonna cause all this anger, is it? They want Iran to fight back so they can go at them again.
What did Charlie say? Charlie, I didn't see your message. Can you message that again? You went, sorry to be rude, but I can't find it. Can you message again? Where's it gone?
Right, Angie, I'm gonna drop. But nice one for letting me up and have a little conversation with you. It was nice to meet you as well. And you, Ash.
I've given you a follow.
Nice one, Angie. I'll come and talk to you again one time.
All right, see you later, Skels.
100%. I'll see you later.
All the Skelsers. See you later. Here's Linz. Hey, Linz.
Angie, are you trying to get me arrested as some
Can we
sleeper
put you
cell or
here?
something?
Because I think you need to go on the block, is it?
Yeah, Lynn.
He's trying to get me arrested on suspicion of TIA charges, I swear to God.
Explain yourself
What?
immediately,
No.
Lynn.
No, Angie, we're not involved though. Like Iraq, Israel and the USA
We
send
are
bees
involved.
over.
We are involved, Linz.
No, we're not.
We
Not
are.
yet.
They've sent jet planes and shit.
They only do it. It's all propaganda, Angie, man. Like you're just watching GB
Yeah, but you
News.
got
They
to
talk
remember.
shit.
Yeah, okay, right, Linz. You got to remember when US is involved, we usually get involved. Do you know what I mean? Because we follow suit, innit?
Yeah, but could you imagine if Iran shot a missile into the UK and unalived 85 schoolgirls? The outrage. That's what they've done today in Iran.
Yeah,
Do you not
but I
think that's
get what
bad?
you're saying, but their outrage will be in this country. Just like in Iran, there's probably outrage as to what has happened from us. Do you get what I'm saying? It depends where you live, right? And I don't think that is okay. And do they target that and put it deliberately?
Well, Angie, with the technology that they've got, of course, they've targeted it. There's no missing that. They can.
You keep saying it's propaganda, so how do you know that's not propaganda?
Well, it might not be. It might be right, but I've seen videos of it getting
Yeah,
like
but how
burned
do you know
in.
these videos are true?
I don't know. Like they just seem to be
Some
offline.
people are saying it's fake news.
Fake news, but well, anything can be fake news, or can't it?
But you know what I feel with you, Linz, right? I just feel you're always on the other side, do you know what I mean? And I just feel you need to support your country a little bit, whether it's right or wrong. I just think, because, you got to look at the BOMBs in this country. You got Manchester, you got the London one, there's been quite a few.
Yeah, well,
What about that?
I'm totally against all of that myself, but I don't tar everyone with the same brush. So, like, if we've been targeted, I don't think it's just like if like somebody like a white man or a Pakistani man goes and rapes someone, I don't label all Pakistani men or white men as rapists. Do you know what I mean? So I think any deaths on it's totally wrong.
M's in the box, Angie. She knows what she's talking about.
Well, I know what I'm talking about.
No, I mean, to do with all this.
Hello. I just wanted to explain a little bit because there's been some questions about why there is such an issue with Iran specifically. So it gets called a dictatorship a lot, and the reason for that is the setup of the political state of Iran is a bit complicated. So the current supreme leader has been in place for the last 40 years. And that's pretty much unheard of in a democracy, because the idea is you have a vote every so many years and then the people can vote them out if they want to. But because of the setup of Iran, there is no opposition for anyone to vote for, which is what leads to it being called a dictatorship. And that's why you'll see the Iranians saying, we're thankful that Trump has gotten involved, etc., etc. But it divides the people, which is why they've been on the brink of civil war for such a long time. So that's why you'll hear America and Israel saying Iran is a dictatorship and that's why we need to take them down. So there's that, and also the fact that there's an agreement that every country has to sign before they're allowed to create nuclear BOMBs. Iran have refused to sign it. However, Israel have also not signed it, but they still have nuclear BOMBs.
Yeah, but the thing is, so Iran, they were part of the nuclear program where they were allowing independent people to go and inspect the nuclear
That's what I was about to
weapons,
say.
whereas Israel, they don't allow that. So why is it okay for Israel to have them and Iran's not allowed? Everybody else has got them. Do you know what I mean?
There's a lot of hypocrisy going on.
So Iran actually was allowing independent people to go in to check the nuclear weapons, but after they bombed them the last time, they stopped doing that. So they've just made the situation worse.
Yeah, and in the last couple of months, the US and Iran have been in negotiations to come to an agreement over this, because this has literally been going on since the 80s, the backwards and forwards between Iran trying to get nukes and America saying they shouldn't have them. And they were in negotiations to come to some sort of agreement, and Iran was saying, fine, we'll stop trying to get uranium, we'll stop trying to activate uranium, and then we'll never be able to get nukes. That negotiation was getting really, it was going really well in the last couple of weeks. And then right in the middle of that negotiation, America and Israel have done this. If you look up something called the Greater Israel Plan, that is something that Israel and America have been working on for the last few years. And the first part of that was Palestine. The second part of that is places like Yemen, Lebanon, Iran, and it's
Syria.
and Syria, and it's basically the plan for Israel to expand their land, and expand themselves essentially. So that's what this is all about. But what Israel and America do is they just keep bringing up this nuclear issue. So that's why they couldn't allow Iran to agree to the nuclear issue, because then they'd have no excuse left to allow them to BOMB them, essentially. Does that make sense? It's a bit complicated.
Mm.
And the other thing is, everyone's saying, I know people are saying that there's been reports that the Supreme Leader has been unalived. So Netanyahu has been saying the Supreme Leader has been unalived, but all of the Iranian journalists and no one from Iran has confirmed that. They're all saying that he's alive and well as far as they're concerned. So the thinking is at the moment that Netanyahu is just kind of playing psychological games. Obviously, Iran is a Muslim country primarily. The first thing that they did this morning after the US and Israel started BOMBing them, the other thing that they did was started a cyber attack. So apps like prayer apps that Muslims use to tell them when it's prayer time and things like that, they started cyber attacking those apps and saying time is up. That was the message that flashed up on these prayer apps. So it's not just BOMBs that are being dropped. There's all sorts of stuff that's going on, and all of this information is available. I'm not just privy to this information, thanks whoever said that in the comments. You just need to go and look for it. So it's
just psychological warfare, isn't it?
Exactly that.
But I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a World War III. I think it's just the news channels just scaring people. Like,
is that what they said? I don't think it's going to be World War III.
Oh, and you man, like they always say it. They said it the last time.
But if there is, I hope people are going to be on this countryside, because you need to exit and leave this country if you're not. You know, because this is where my family live. Whether I think it's right or wrong, this is where I live. Do you know what I mean? So I'd like to think people are not going to be traitors. And because I just feel you need to exit this country if you are.
Well, Angie, you know, like when you say about me, right? Like I'm against any unaliving of any innocent. Like just because the Iranian schoolgirls that's been unalived, just because they're from a different country, doesn't mean to say that I can't be like outraged and upset by it. Like just because they like might be not born in the UK, like I'm like shocked and disgusted with any like innocent civilian.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think they would say the same about you if it was the other way around?
Well, I think that just anyone, like, I'm not, like, you can't tar everyone with the same bush, Angie. So somebody in Iran, if I got unalive, like innocently, like, you know, by a missile, then maybe they might say, oh, that's really bad. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just because we're from a different country, like, I'm against any
sort of thing. Any innocent civilian, whether it's this country or any country, do you know what I mean?
And I would argue that it's quite traitorous for the leader of a country to drive their people into war unnecessarily. I'd say that's quite traitorous.
Because Angie, like I'm against like the government and what the government's like decisions are. I'm not against the actual people. It's a fact that they're putting us at risk because of their choices. Do you know what I mean?
Did you have the same attitude though when you know you've got these people, you know, these BOMB in this country?
Yeah, of course I am. Like any innocent civilian, Angie, that gets unalive, like I'm like, it's disgusting, like it shouldn't happen. Whether you're from the UK, whether you're from Palestine, or where you're from like Syria, it doesn't make a difference to me where you're from. If it's like unjustified and you're innocent, then like it's disgusting, like regardless of where you're from. Because we all go on about, oh, kids, like we need to protect kids, but then like you get people in the comments saying, oh well, yeah, well they're from Iran, Lindsay, like you're just a traitor, blah blah blah. But like these are kids we're talking about that's been unalived. Like they haven't done anything wrong. It's not their fault. They were just going to school.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And the truth of it,
innocence.
The truth of it is, even though we're not directly involved at the moment, if you look at like what it's like for Britain at the moment, we're all being told there's not enough money to fix potholes, there's not enough money to invest in the NHS, there's not enough money for 1,000 different things, and yet we've suddenly got all the money in the world to enter ourselves into this war that has nothing to do with us at the moment. We've got all the money in the world for that. That to me, I consider to be traitorous. We've got homeless
Because
people on the streets. We've got children that are starving. That is unnecessary. It's unnecessary. That to me is traitorous.
yeah, you've got to say, like, obviously the Iran government, they're bad, right? Fair enough. But does that mean that it's okay? Like, just because the government's bad doesn't mean to say that the actual people that are living there are bad. Like, it's like if our Labour government makes a bad decision, does that justify us getting BOMB'd and like unalive? No, it doesn't. It's the government, it's the people in power that we need to be against.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll always be for any innocent civilian. Absolutely. Crazy. The world's gone crazy, it really has. Yeah.
It's just sad.
Yeah, it's
Jump back in a minute. I'm just going home now, right? 2 minutes.
all right. Anyone that's innocent civilian, absolutely. I like to think under other countries say have the same mindset as us when the innocent British people have been unalived.
I think we're fortunate as a country because we have NATO.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of allies that are bound by NATO to intervene if we were to ever find ourselves in that position, which is part of the reason I think that the government is getting involved. But it doesn't mean that we're getting involved for the right reasons. It doesn't mean that it's moral, if that makes sense. It's not always a moral argument. It's not always a moral war. But we are bound by NATO if our allies find themselves in a predicament to get involved. But it's like other countries in Europe are also in NATO, but they're not getting involved. So it's just where is the line? It doesn't always make sense, and it is always the civilians that suffer. I think it was like 80 schoolgirls have been unalived in Iran today. For what? In the grand scheme of things, for what?
Yeah. We're not involved as yet. Well, I think we are involved.
I think the latest update from Keir Starmer was that we've got planes in the sky from a defensive stance.
Yeah, so that's been involved,
Yeah, I'd say that's involved. Like if something was to happen and someone was to try and attack our kind of like military bases overseas, I think we would then be dropping BOMBs, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it's crazy the world we live in. Honestly, it is. I'm against. I won't say I'm against war. Absolutely. Who likes war? No one likes war when innocent civilians, and I think that's, sorry, got hiccups. Innocent civilians, regardless of what country you live in, are being hurt. But I'd like to think other countries have the same thing about us, when innocent civilians over here have been hurt. Do you think they have the same policy? Do you think they think the same?
In which scenario? As in like when T attacks happen and stuff like that? I'd like to think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you not?
No. I don't think that. I think we support many countries. This country, we are humane and all that. I think we support many countries, but I don't think the countries support our children.
I think T attacks are slightly different though, aren't they? Because they're not done by a government.
Yeah.
Because they're not done by a government, a country themselves.
I think if it wasn't a T attack and it was by the government, I don't think they would. The people. I don't think they would have the same attitude as what we have here. That's just honestly, that's just my opinion.
Well, if you look at WW2, for example, it was only right at the very end of WW2 that the USA got involved. It was only when Japan hit Pearl Harbor that the US actually ever did anything about it.
Yeah.
So if you look at history, then people would argue that potentially you are right. The US didn't get involved and help us when we really needed them. It's only when it actually affected them that they got involved. So if history was to repeat itself, then yeah, you're right. The US wouldn't do for us what we do for them.
Yes, I'm too drunk to make sense. Be quiet. I just feel that, in this country, I'm gonna have to say it. We support every other country, right? We should mind our own business and stop getting so involved. But I don't know. But should we get involved when something is not right in another country? We should. I don't know. But however, I just feel the people in this country, they're always supporting everyone else but this country, and I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. It's about time we start, and I'm not talking about this because I don't really know the ins and outs of it. But all I hear is, every other country but this country. That's
So
all I hear is people don't sitting there supporting the people in this country. They're supporting everyone else. Well, maybe you should go and fight for them then.
I support. So I think I would be one of those people that you would consider not to be supporting this country, right? Because I don't agree with the moral stance of the government. The government doesn't support Palestine.
Say that again. You wouldn't what?
I don't agree with the moral stance of the government. I don't agree with them not supporting Palestine. I don't agree with them aligning themselves with Israel.
My mother, she doesn't agree with that either.
Yeah, so
and there's the things I don't agree with. But however, when it comes down to it, I've got to support the people in this country because this is where I'm from.
Yeah, and I support the civilians of this country. My issue is I don't think the government do. I don't think the government's priority is its civilians. I think this government's priority is itself and its politicians. And that is my issue. I don't have an issue with my neighbours and my colleagues. I don't have an issue with the people that I brush shoulders with when I go and do the food shop. I have an issue with the government and the fact that they don't put policies in place that support the people that they're meant to advocate for. That's what I have an issue with.
Absolutely, but isn't every country corrupt?
But it shouldn't be.
Well, it shouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah, so that's the point, isn't it? The governments were set up to allow its people to vote for change.